Hi everybody, I'm Angela Grant Buchner and I am the owner of Nutmeg Consulting and the Birth Babies and Breastfeeding Virtual Academy. So welcome to the Baby Toddler EXPO. I'm happy to be here and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about myself and my companies and how we can help you. So I am a registered nurse, a lactation consultant, an international board certified lactation consultant, and a doula of over 20 years. And I also am the mom of 3 kids. So I have done my fair share of baby care and helping people with their new babies through birth, through pregnancy, and with breastfeeding. So we have 2 different things that we are offering today. So our Nutmeg Consulting is the company where I do personal, private, custom support. So that could be virtual right now. It's actually working really well. We are doing virtual support for during pregnancy, talking about different options, helping people plan their birth wishes list. I call it birth wishes, not a birth plan. Also during actual labor, we are on the phone or even on FaceTime and doing support for people while they're in labor to offer suggestions, coach partners through different things, how to support their partner during actual birth. And then we're doing a lot of education, so prenatal education for breastfeeding or for baby care. And then after baby is born, if you're having a hard time, clinics are not open and we're not able to do home visits, but the virtual support is actually working. So we're doing breastfeeding support, lactation support, pumping support, whatever you need. My thing is non-judgmental support. I'm not here to yell at you. I just really want to help you with whatever you want help with regarding breastfeeding and bottle feeding and baby care and baby feeding in general. So that's what we're doing through Nutmeg, and that's virtual support. And then today we're actually offering a deal on our other option, which is the Birth Babies and Breastfeeding Virtual Academy. And that is online courses that I created for you because everyone I go to see over the last many years in private practice, everyone said, like, why is this so hard? I didn't realize it was hard. I didn't realize breastfeeding wouldn't just kind of be easy. But I always say, unless you grew up in a village of topless women watching breastfeeding your whole life, how are you supposed to know how to breastfeed and take care of a baby? People just don't. People just don't know. It's not just natural anymore. It's a learned skill. So that's why I created the online courses. More are to come, but you can hear some of my 3 children stomping above me. This is how life works now. So the online courses we have right now are for, if possible, while you're still pregnant. So it's like prenatal courses, but specifically for breastfeeding, but it's real life. It's real life versions. We show videos of real clients of mine actually breastfeeding and teaching you all the different things like latch, but how to prevent problems and what to do if there are problems. So I'm a realist and I like to prevent issues. So the How to Breastfeed is the course that I recommend for anyone who's still pregnant. Even if you've had a baby before, if you had a hard time last time, it's not too late. It's every kid is a new kid. So that is the course that I would recommend. And if you are in the first week or 2 of breastfeeding, then that course is likely to be helpful. But after, if it's been more than a couple of weeks, you probably do need personal support depending on your issue because there's so many variables. So that's the How to Breastfeed course. Everything is 50% off today and tomorrow, actually for the next 3 weeks. I will leave the code active for all of July. So the code is Baby Expo 50 and you can have 50% off all of our virtual academy courses. So that's the How to Breastfeed course. There's also Baby Care Hacks. And that course is basically everything I know that, I would teach to new parents when I did home visits. I would mention something or show them a little trick and they'd say, how did I not know that? And I kind of just thought everyone knew these things, but I realized that it's because I've done this work for 20 years. So I'd rather you not have to struggle through for a month before you learn this stuff. So that's yeah, that's what I did. I made a course. So it's called Baby Care Hacks, and it has a live bath demonstration, swaddling, burping, my tricks for diaper care, all the stuff that people wish they knew, I guess, before figuring it out on their own after a couple of months. So that's Baby Care Hacks. And then we also have pumping and how to build a breast milk stash. So a lot of people do want to breastfeed, but they also might want to give bottles occasionally. So it talks about how to do that carefully. I usually say to wait 3 to 6 weeks at least, if possible, just to make sure that breastfeeding is going really well first. But then this teaches you how to, pump occasionally, have a little stash, and what to do, how to store, how to get the most when you're pumping, and how to thaw the milk and use the milk, all those kind of tricks. So that is pumping and how to build a breast milk stash. And then we have another course, which is actually breastfeeding and return to work. So back to work in breastfeeding, how to do that. If you want to still breastfeed once in a while, just at night and bedtime, in Canada, we're lucky. A lot of people are able to take a full year or even 18 months. So it's not just about milk at that point. It's about how to, either you might want to wean, and we talk about that as well, or how to do a little bit of breastfeeding. Do I need to pump? What do I need to do? So that is the Back to Work in Breastfeeding course. So that's what we have right now, and all of them are 50% off for the rest of July. Use code Baby Expo 50, and that's for you guys today. And the direct link for that, the virtual academy, is actually academy.birthbabiesbreastfeeding.com. But all of the courses you can also find through our Nutmeg Consulting website, which is nutmegconsulting.ca, and it's the virtual academy link. So that is kind of all about the stuff we have to offer you today. Basically, I just wanted people to have the option of learning this before they have their babies, because so many people do struggle and don't realize that there's a lot to know before they have their baby, if possible. But then also feel free to reach out to me if you do want personal support. This is how I do it. This is my office, and I do support people with breastfeeding struggles, or pumping or lactation issues and feeding issues. People are surprised that it's working really well, so I tend to be what I call a hands-off lactation consultant. I would rather you learn how to latch your baby yourself and actually be able to do the things so you can replicate it at home. So it's been working really well. I found it very similar to my regular home visits, and we're able to help people not have pain and actually feel comfortable when they're breastfeeding. But also I can definitely see when babies are swallowing. I can teach you that, how to know when baby's had enough, how to know when they're hungry, what to do, and all the things that I usually would teach. So that is what we're doing virtually, and it's working really well. So I actually am able to now offer that Canada-wide, which is kind of cool. So that is through nutmegconsulting.ca. And feel free to email me as well. If you have questions about how all of this stuff works, or what is what, feel free to email info@nutmegconsulting.ca, and that's me directly. Or you can do Angela@nutmegconsulting.ca. That's my direct email. Feel free to ask questions. If you're not sure what you need, like, will the course be enough, or do you want, virtual support just for you, private support? A lot of people will do that as well. They'll actually want a little bit of a combo, a little talk about labor and birth and how to plan and what to expect for an induction or whatever's going on. If you just want to talk through the options you've been given, or it can just be an hourly thing, 1 hour, half an hour, you just want to call, that's fine. Or we can do actual private courses where it's, an hour once a week where we talk about breastfeeding or baby care or whatever. So the courses I do recommend first if you want to do the prenatal kind of sessions, because then you learn all the basics, and I like the videos. They're amazing. They're better than even being in my basement. So the videos of the live babies and the live demos and stuff, and then we could always do a little short session after to kind of clarify anything that you had questions on, or to talk about labor and birth stuff specifically. So anyway, that's me. I'm Angela, and feel free to reach out if you need anything. I will be live in the booth every day. So the Saturday and the Sunday, I will be live at noon, 12 noon, and I will be live at 3. So each of the days, Saturday and Sunday, I'll be here live to answer questions if you have them for 30 minutes each time. At noon, 30 minutes, and at 3, 30 minutes. But otherwise, feel free to email me, or I think you can leave a question in the chat. I'm not sure how you would get, unless you came back later to see the answer. But that's when I would answer those questions during the live portions, or you can email me specifically. Okay, so I hope you check out our virtual academy courses. I hope you like them and get a deal today. And the content never expires, so you can buy it now even if you're not due for 6 months. You keep the content forever, so it's yours. And you can watch it when you're pregnant, and then again after the baby's born for reminders. And you can share it with your partner. So we ask that you buy one for each family, but you keep it for just you and your partner, and then you both can learn it. So thanks so much, and I hope you have a fun day today at the virtual expo. It's much easier because when you're pregnant, you don't have to walk around booths for hours and hours. So this is actually pretty cool. And let me know if you need anything from Nutmeg Consulting. Okay, thanks. Bye.